wanted to talk about what your life was like as a child, not only specifically related to music, but what were some of the influences in your life that eventually led you to play?
My father is a musician still to this day, and he's been playing since 1957, playing gigs. And my uncle, my dad's brother, it was a musician, and my first cousin Ronnie Snow was a shredder.
Yeah.
In the 80s and 90s, he won all the guitar shootouts.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was in a band called Savage White back then, and anyway, yeah. So I was always around music. I was always meeting musicians.
Yeah.
Like Eartha Kitt would call my house. My daddy played with Eartha Kitt.
Yeah.
The famous Eartha Kitt.
Yeah.
The singer. Catwoman. She was the original Catwoman.
That's right.
She'd call my house. Put your daddy on it.
So, what kind of music was your dad playing? He was playing rock and rolls back in the 50s?
Well, in the 50s, yeah, he was playing rock, the rock and roll of the day, and he played in like, the Nighthawks and bands like that, and he recorded, there's a song called Angel Baby. I don't know if you ever heard of it. John Lennon actually said that it was his favorite song. He loved the guitar part, and that was my daddy.
Yeah. That's super cool.
It was by a band called Rosie and the Originals, and the Originals was my dad's band.
Wow.
And they were just hired by Rosie. Rosie came from New York, had some money, and
needed a house band.
Put some money down. I got a band.
Yeah.
They recorded it at Cosmo's place.
Nice, Cosmo Matassin.
Yeah, it's like a big song for the Cholos in California.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
they still
super
play
cool.
like Angel Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was playing in bands like that. Dr. John, he was playing with Mac, off and on. There was another guy called Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone LeBlanc. He was playing with Rolling Stone. And then eventually he got into the jazz thing and was playing with, Teddy Riley and different guys like that.
Sure.
Were doing a lot of jazz. But so I was always around. I was constantly forced, basically.
Sure.
To hear it.
What phase of his music career did you come up in, basically? Like when you were old enough to start meeting these people or be around them,
I'm old.
Was he in jazz at that time?
Yeah, he was doing a lot of jazz gigs at that time because he was playing bass and guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was taking any kid. He had 4 kids, and so he.
Okay, so that was the sole means of support.
I grew up in the Lower Ninth Ward. And so, so he was just doing whatever he could do.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like me. I'll play whatever. I'll play country and western. If it's paying, I'm playing.
Sure.
I don't really care about genres.
Yeah.
I don't want to get... throughout my recordings, all of my recordings, if you go through one of my records, you'll hear maybe jazz and you have a heavy metal song, a funk song. I just write them the way they come.
Sure.
I don't want to get stuck in a genre.
Sure.
You know? And for years I was stuck in the trad jazz genre because I was playing with all the big swing bands.
Right.
The Jazz Vipers. Still, I play with the Cottonmouth Kings, which is a derivative of the Jazz Vipers. But,
yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, and I just was like, man, I don't want to be stuck in any one genre. I don't want, it's the pits.
Yeah.
For me, anyway, I feel like.
And when, how old were you when you started being able to be around your father while he was playing and meet some of these people?
Man, I remember Shakey's Pizza?
Yeah.
I remember going to gigs over there with my daddy. He'd take us all over there, and we'd have pizza, and he'd play the gig.
Yeah.
Rancho.
Yeah.
Shaky's Pizza on the West Bank.
That's cool.
Yeah, 7 maybe, 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got turned on to the Beatles when I was probably, my old man turned me on to the Beatles when I was probably 6, and I started really enjoying it at 7 or 8. Like everybody, right?
Sure.
Most people, anyway.
So you got to see him transition from rock to
R&B to to jazz.
Is that something that registered with you, or you were just kind of too young?
I never thought about it as being odd. And I guess that's the way I am now. It's like I don't find it odd to be a jazz player and then play a heavy metal band. It's music. Yeah. Right?
And when you were a child and your father was making these, I wouldn't call it a transition. He was just being a well-rounded musician because he didn't really stick in one area for an extended period of time.
He was playing it.
But did it occur to you as a child that, okay, he plays different styles of music, or it's just dad and he just plays music?
Right, that's basically what it was.
So
It's just dad.
you came up thinking this is what it is to be a musician.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it stuck with
when I
you.
got into my teens, my cousin was peaking on the rock scene,
Mm-hmm.
and he was the heavy metal guy. Right around the early '80s is when I kind of got into heavy metal, and I was like, I don't want to hear nothing else.
Yeah, okay.
Van Halen sold out.
Right.
He played on a Michael Jackson song. You know?
Right. Hey, man,
That was
some
a
people
brief
get
period.
vicious.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's funny.